Howdy friendos, my name is Stuart, and welcome to our next look into Disney, for better or worse. We've already covered Atlantis this month, but we've also covered classics from Lion King, Hercules, Frozen, and more. So, you know, if you want to check out those videos, you can go ahead and do that right there. And I think legally speaking, if you watch more than one of these videos, you have to subscribe. Listen, I don't make up the rules, I just write them down and tell them to you. Today we'll be covering a hard-working chef in New Orleans, Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Set in the Roaring 20s, Tiana is a hard-working local who hopes will one day own her own restaurant. She inherited the dream from her father, who sadly passed away in World War I. Because of this and seeing how hard her father worked, Tiana is incredibly driven. She works several jobs efficiently, hoping to get what her father didn't. Tiana is no slouch either. Her cooking prowess is well regarded by family and a few friends that she has. Most, however, are ready to deride her dream, causing her to buckle down and work harder. This has caused her to have next to no social life save for her childhood friend, Lottie. Because we're catching Tiana as she's still saving money, we're going to start her at true neutral, but on the edge of lawful neutral. She's willing to put in the work and honors her commitments, but this is to an unhealthy level. And if you want to tell us what other characters you'd like us to cover, be sure to... Okay, it says here in the script, read in Cajun accent. I'm gonna be honest, I've never attempted a Cajun accent. Give me a second to Google this. Okay, yeah, I'm not attempting that. I just Googled and I got like 5 different things, none of them consistent. I don't know what the hell I'm listening to. So I'm just gonna do my bad Southern accent. Pass the time and like and subscribe with those buttons right here. I know this ain't Louisiana, but join our crew by clicking on the bell so you'll be hearing about all the good Loading Crew content. And of course, what the fuck? Cinema, what is written here? Let's Bon Temps roller tell us what characters you want us to cover in the comments. With all that out of the way, let's go.
Don't you worry, Daddy. We'll be there soon.
Tiana works tirelessly to achieve her dream, working doubles and saving money. Much like the average college student who focuses on studying and rest, she has no social life. True neutral.
Oh, Tia, you're a bona fide genius. I'm gonna need about 500 of your man-kitchen beignets for my boat.
With one last donation from Lottie after suggesting wooing the visiting Prince Naveen, fabulous he, Ali Ababwa, Tiana is finally able to achieve her dream spot. She even gets a donation from Oprah, her mom. She's eager and refuses to slow down, ready to sign the papers to get what her father couldn't. Lawful neutral.
Don't you disrespect me, little man. Don't you derogate or deride.
I know we're only focusing on Tiana and not the other characters, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention this Nat 20 villain song from the wonderful tones of Keith David.
Okay, but just one.
But, Miss Charlotte, you said later 2 hours ago.
Going to the party with food in hand, Tiana learns that she's been outbid. Naturally, Tiana is pissed to find out that she needs to get more money ASAP, but crumbles after some backhanded comments. She decides to give in and follow the Disney classic of wishing upon a star. True neutral.
Kissing would be nice, yes?
Wait, hold on.
Confronted by a frog claiming to be the transformed prince, Tiana has a very natural reaction to finding out that she needs to pucker up. Despite some hesitation, she goes through with it for the extra cash she needs for her restaurant. Don't look into this. Lawful neutral.
How'd you get way up there? And how'd I get way down here and all this?
Transformed, Tiana is ready to commit some regicide before being chased out. After learning that they can talk to animals, Tiana learns Naveen was transformed by messing with voodoo after being cut off from his parents. Tiana is rightfully pissed at Naveen, but is willing to save him from some crocs. Neutral and then neutral good.
Dip a mouth blue.
Meeting a friendly trumpet-playing gator named Louise, the three go to search for the good voodoo woman of the bayou. They all wish to be human, and Tiana agreeing to help Naveen and Lottie get hitched so that she can get the restaurant. They're eventually joined by another Cajun critter, Ray, on their way to Mama Odie. Lawful neutral. Discovered by some hungry bayou boys, Tiana tends to avoid capture, but it goes poorly. Luckily, Naveen implements the deadliest and most effective form of defense to save her: Looney Tunes slapstick. Tiana joins in, scaring them and growing closer with the prince. I'm actually going to give her a chaotic neutral for kind of messing with the Cajuns here.
You know what would make me feel better? Ow! Oh! Crawfish smothered in remoulade sauce. Mercy!
Just a little
With some
more.
bananas Foster sprinkled with prawlers. Ow, mama!
With Louise hurt and the rest exhausted after escaping a bayou stew, Tiana cooks a meal for everyone. She and Naveen open up, letting their guards down enough to bond. I'm actually going to give this a neutral good.
Now, y'all figure out what you need?
Boy, that is some good old soup, full of a lot of unique flavors. On their own, they're all great and powerful, but together they make a strong flavor. Just like our adventures over in Rise of Rune Lords, over on our gaming channel, TheLoadingCrew. We post the continuing adventures of Investigator Zerdan, Hunter Uxio, Sorcerer Renrua, Anti-Paladin Hecht, and Blood Rager Bella. This Pathfinder adventure has a spice of homebrew, which is to say, if it's coming from Stuart, a lot of homebrew, as we and our heroes encounter familiar foes and unique enemies. Also, this is a Mythic campaign. If you don't know what Mythic is, maybe buy my Mythic Dragon Ball book. Might be a good way to get into it. Will this band continue to rise to the challenge? Well, sample it for yourself. Check out the TheLoadingCrew channel and catch our live streams on Twitch today. It's good for you, and you won't want to stop after just one bite.
And you can't imagine what we've been through. And we... And we heard...
Rescued by Mama Odie from the shadows, Tiana is patient and helps her one hope out with some gumbo, while everyone else also learns that they need more than just their initial goal. Tiana can't see the message. She once again doubles down on working hard, ignoring a source of happiness that she has. Feels like a lawful neutral, if I'm being honest.
Does that count?
Yes, it does. But only till midnight.
The gang realize that Naveen will need to be kissed by Lottie before midnight for the curse to be broken and hop to it. As they make their way back to the Big Easy, Tiana and Naveen share some quality time, but Tiana is unable to see what Naveen is hoping to do. Lawful good.
Cap didn't say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing, because old Ray's sealed up tight as the drum. You ain't getting nothing out of me.
After Naveen is going to pop the question, Tiana finally realizes the happiness Odie was hinting at. Overjoyed, she and Ray go to find Lottie, only to see a wedding ceremony Naveen. Thinking that she's been played by the prince once again, an embittered Tiana resigns herself to her fate, but not before calling out Ray for his one-sided love. Dick move, Tiana. Chaotic neutral.
You can't let Shadow Man get this no matter what. Now run, girl. Run!
Discovering everyone has been played by the Shadow Man, Tiana is offered the devil's deal. While there's a temptation to get the amulet back in order to get human and get a restaurant, Tiana knows better. Even if it means that she'll be a frog forever, Tiana destroys the amulet and Facilier's powers. Lawful good.
If I kiss you before midnight, you and Tiana will turn human again.
With Facilier super dead, I don't think there's coming back from that, Tiana rushes over to find a now freed Naveen explaining everything to Lottie. Lottie, becoming an absolute chatette, is down to help her best friend, and boo. Too bad Lottie is too late and the curse seems to be permanent. Though Tiana and Naveen are at peace with this, saying one last goodbye to Ray before they make plans to marry. Neutral good. Thanks to a loophole in the spell, a new Princess Tiana and Naveen are transformed back into humans. Overjoyed, Naveen and Louise help Tiana to get her restaurant. Through hard work and love, that was a weird read, Tiana is able to make the Crescent City smile as she herself is happy with the friends and loved ones at her side. Lawful good. Tiana, I think, is a great character post-Disney Renaissance. She's hardworking, determined, and very friendly. I have a lot to say about standoffish Disney princesses lately, but her character arc is something that I see a lot of people struggle with, especially now. A work-life balance is very, very difficult to maintain, especially if you work from home like me or my wife, and sometimes it's hard to just stop and smell the roses. One day I will cover Puss in Boots, I promise. Tiana's dream is seemingly very noble at first. She wants to create a restaurant because that's what her father wanted to do, because he saw it as a way to build a community. He wanted it for a very specific reason, and she kind of wanted it just to make her dad proud. Tiana, unfortunately, just missed the point. She didn't realize that her father wanted to have a restaurant in order to serve their community rather than self-serve their own family. She was more concerned with saving money, building the restaurant, and essentially the numbers rather than the people behind it. Her father was happy with what they had and the community they built, even if they couldn't materialize it through something like a restaurant. I think the most poignant message that the story could make is that, yeah, you should absolutely work hard for what you want, but also, you know, there's just a chance that, you know, you won't actually strike it big. You'll just have small little victories here and there, and you have to learn to appreciate them. But what do you guys think? Are there other Disney princesses you'd like us to cover, or any other strong female characters? I'm gonna be honest, Tiana's one of my favorites, and I'm not confident in many of the others Disney has put out lately. I do know that we do have another strong woman that's coming up, and boy, that one's gonna be a doozy. Thank you to the patrons, and I'll see you around next time.